Hi, welcome to another episode of Kari in the Vineyard. So today, this episode, we were hoping to bring to you live from the vineyard and didn't have cell service up here, so I'm doing a little recording and then I'll go ahead and post this. I'm excited today. We're down in Santa Barbara in the Santa Rita Hills. We have a great vineyard that we've been sourcing Pinot Noir from for the last 4 or 5 vintages, and we are in the famous Fiddlestix Vineyard right here in the heart of Santa Rita Hills. And we're about 10 miles from Buellton, about 12 miles from Lompoc, and then Lompoc's about another 12 miles to the ocean. So we're really, this vineyard is really affected by the ocean. It's got a lot of maritime influence. It's very foggy early in the morning. Then you can tell by looking around that we must be in here in the afternoon. So this is one of the blocks where we're sourcing Pinot Noir from, and this is our clone 667, Dijon clone 667. And then off to this side of the vineyard, up this beautiful stretch and up this hill, we have the clone 777, Dijon clone 777 Pinot Noir. And they're similar, they're not the same. There's a couple of things I love about sourcing from 2 different clones of Pinot. One of the things that I noticed right away is the clone 667 actually trails behind in ripeness behind the 777. So you can see that there's most of the berries have now gone through veraison. They've turned from dark, hard green berries to dark red berries, and they're starting to get juicy. And here the 667 clone has still got a little bit of veraison to go through. There's still some green berries in there. They usually catch up by harvest, which is really great. So what we're noticing now, because we're going through veraison, is they're starting to get juicy. They're starting to get ripe. There's still plenty of tartness. You can absolutely taste the tannins are in there, but they're really soft tannins. They're integrated tannins. They're going to develop nicely. We've been working with this fruit for many years, and this is just a really beautiful place to be getting this fruit. And the 777, as I said, is coming from this beautiful spot up on the hill. So Kathy Joseph has owned and has been farming this vineyard for over 25 years. She is a visionary in Santa Rita Hills. In fact, this weekend she is being honored as a pioneer in Santa Rita Hills at the Santa Rita Hills Wine and Fire Festival that they're having with the tastings and the seminars. It's really a kind of a great time to be here. It's a great weekend to be here. And so while I'm not here for the whole weekend, I am going to be able to taste a few wines. And what I did do is I brought out, this is our 2018. Let me grab that. The 2018 Cornerstone Fiddlestix Pinot Noir. And this is about 50% clone 667 and about 50% clone 777. So each one brings its own characteristics to the party. They blend beautifully. We do lots of blending trials before we barrel or before we bottle it. We go through each barrel. We look to see how each clone does in each barrel. And it really is where the creativity is for me. Like the science is critical. I'll take these grape samples back to Napa. We'll do some analysis on them. We'll taste them again. We'll juice them and juice the berries and taste them, and then be able to start to see how they're developing. But we go through each barrel when we're getting ready to bottle this, and we look to see which coopers at which toast levels do the best with each of the clones, and we start putting those components together. So what happened this year, Pinot Noir from Santa Rita Hills. Honestly, for me, it just doesn't get much better than that. This ended up being about 50% of each. Some years it ends up being a little skewed a little bit. You know, Mother Nature has a hand in it. And sometimes some of the blocks come in a little lower yield or a little higher yield. So there might be a difference in percentage. But this year it was really about 50-50. So this vineyard, again, it was planted more than 25 years ago. It's planted mostly to Pinot Noir. There are some other clones that are growing out here as well. There's a tiny little bit of Chardonnay, and there's some Gruner Veltliner. So Kathy Joseph makes her own brand called Fiddlehead from the Fiddlestix Vineyard. And so she has a little Gruner Veltliner as well. But this vineyard has been producing award-winning wines for many years, and we are actually really thrilled to be here, and it is such a beautiful spot. So I say, So go to your cellar, see if you can find some of the Cornerstone Cellars Pinot Noir, and I would open one up and I say, cheers to the Santa Rita Hills.